The Vikings achieved something that should have been impossible. They discovered Iceland, colonized Greenland, and reached North America 500 years before Columbus, by conquering a brutal, featureless ocean. And they did it all in open wooden longships, without the single most crucial piece of navigational equipment, the magnetic compass. So, how did they pull it off? How did they navigate thousands of miles of open, featureless ocean, often in total fog or under skies so perpetually cloudy that even a simple sun compass would be useless? This wasn't just a casual paddle. The journey from Norway to Iceland is a vast and lonely expanse. To be wrong by even 1 degree in your calculation would mean missing the island completely, sailing past it into the endless, empty ocean, and vanishing without a trace. Yet they made these journeys, time and time again, with uncanny success. For centuries, this remained one of history's greatest unsolved riddles. How could a pre-industrial society achieve such a seemingly impossible feat of navigation? The answer, it turns out, was hiding in plain sight, whispered in the pages of their own epic stories, the Viking sagas. These weren't just tales of gods and heroes. They were detailed chronicles of their lives, their laws, and their history. In one particular tale, the saga of Saint Olaf, we find a curious passage. The king, a renowned and clever leader, is faced with a snowy, completely overcast day. He wants to know the time, but the sun is nowhere to be seen. A rival challenges him, boasting that he can't possibly locate the sun in such weather. The saga then describes what happens next. The king looked and saw no blue patch of sky. Then the king took the sunstone and held it up, and saw where the sun beamed from. And from that beam he marked the sun's position. For hundreds of years, this passage was dismissed by historians and archaeologists as pure fantasy, a magic stone that could find the sun through thick clouds. It sounded like folklore, a poet's invention to make the king seem wise and almost supernatural. The idea that this solarstein or sunstone was a real, functional object was considered absurd. It was filed away with tales of dragons and trolls. But in the 20th century, a Danish archaeologist named Thorkild Ramsku revisited the idea. He began to wonder, what if the solarstein wasn't magic at all? What if it was a real piece of technology, based on a forgotten scientific principle that the Vikings understood intuitively? What if the legends were describing a real crystal? The secret lies in a fascinating property of light called polarization. Crystals like iolite, also known as water sapphire, or a specific type of calcite called Iceland spar, both of which are common in Scandinavia, are natural polarizers. When you look through a piece of Iceland spar, you'll see it has a strange property called double refraction. It splits a single line of text into two. This splitting of light is the key. Even on a completely overcast day, when the sky looks like a uniform sheet of gray to our eyes, it isn't uniform at all. The sun's light, as it passes through the atmosphere, creates a massive, invisible pattern of polarized rings across the entire sky, all centered directly on the sun's hidden position. We can't see this pattern, but these special crystals can. They react to polarized light by holding a sunstone up to the sky and rotating it. A Viking navigator could see how the light passing through the crystal changed. As he turned it, he would be looking for the one specific angle where the two images, created by the double refraction, became equally bright or equally dim. That single point of balance, where the light evened out, lined up perfectly with the invisible polarized rings in the sky. It acted like a needle, pointing directly to the hidden sun's location, even if it was below the horizon or buried behind a thick blanket of fog. This isn't just a theory. Modern experiments have definitively proven the concept. Scientists have taken calcite crystals onto boats in heavily overcast weather and successfully used them to find the sun's position with an astonishing accuracy of just 1 degree. That's more than precise enough to keep a longship on course for Iceland. The sunstone was a piece of high-precision, ancient technology, a crystal compass that turned a legendary mystery into a demonstrable scientific fact. So the next time you hear a story that sounds like magic, remember the Vikings and their sunstone. It proves that what we dismiss as folklore is sometimes just a science we've forgotten. This simple, elegant crystal wasn't a gift from the gods. It was a tool of human ingenuity, and it was the crystal compass that conquered the Atlantic. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the hidden origins of our world.